Okay, here we go for our video today. Got a lot of PSA, JSA, slabs, autographs, graded cards. So let's get started with some fun stuff. So right off the bat, we've got Pete Lecoq. Gotta love that. Signed Pete Lecoq. Right behind him, we've got Dick Pole. Nice job with Dick Pole. And underneath him, we've got Woody Held. Okay, all three of those, got them out of the way. My favorite names in the game. Okay, got a 79 beautiful auto Dewey. 77 record breaker Ryan, vintage auto, very nice. Booby Clark. James Earl Jones on the Darth Vader card. Kurt Bavacqua on the giant bubble. Davey Lopes, record breaker. Vintage auto, George Brett, love that card. Early young Brett, early auto. Mini Freddie Lynn in a near mid to mid 8. That card is the one that got Lenny and I started on the whole autograph on card certification quest. 74 Schmidt. One of my favorite cards I got from my friend Brandon back in the day, and now I'm trying to get signed ones. David Winfield, 74 Topps rookie. Beautiful card, vintage auto. 74 bench with the vintage auto. Trying to get more of those too. 74 Ryan, vintage auto. Vintage auto on the 74 Schmidt. And a Schmidt rookie signed by Ron Say. All right, next stack, some more 73 Ryan, vintage auto. A really sharp, clean 73 Dewey, high number rookie in an 8. Nice, clean X-Mint 6 with a beautiful auto Yaz. High number traded Joe Morgan. Brooks Robinson in the desert, combing the desert. Doc Ellis, 1970. 70 playoff, game number 1. JSA Tom Seaver, beautiful vintage auto. Look at this bursting chest hair on Dennis Hull. Look out. And a 73 Ryan with a vintage auto. 70 game 3 Ryan with a vintage auto. Very nice 69 Ryan with a vintage auto. One of my favorite funny cards because Tommy John just threw the ball, but there it is in his glove. 69 K-line. All right, here's a 68 on the Orioles. Beautiful Frank Robinson auto. A 68 McLean, his 31 win season, 1968 inscription. Awesome card. Claude Raymond with his fly unzipped. Very nice. A beautiful triple auto. We've got Koufax, Marichal, and Vern Law. Everybody knows the story of when Marichal attacked Koufax with the bat and ended up hitting the catcher instead. Signed by all three is awesome. All right, and then Gale Sayers with his famous pose on the Philadelphia in a mint 9 auto. A beautiful auto on the 66 Rose. Nice auto on the 64 Frank. Euchre always had a beautiful auto. That's gorgeous vintage ballpoint pen on a 63. We've got a sloppy auto, Boog Powell, probably rookie year auto, 62. Gorgeous auto, Stan Musial, 62. Another gorgeous auto, Willie McCovey on a 61. I sold off the other ones I had, but I kept this one because that auto is just gorgeous. 61 Frank with a beautiful vintage auto. 1960 Robinson, gorgeous auto. Hank Stram, coach. I love him because that famous scene where he was confused on the sideline with the ref. And Dale Long, got a few Dale Longs in here because he had the 8 consecutive games with a home run, just like Mattingly and Griffey. All right, cool. Let's get into some Stooges. Vintage VG3, 1959 Stooges Mo. 2.5 Curly. And a 2.5 Larry. Great. All right, 58 Musial, again with a gorgeous auto. Great pose with the 57 Labine. A 57, 58 Kuzi rookie. It's a 1.5 and it's off center, but it's a Kuzi rookie. My uncle found a 56 Baumholtz underneath a deck he was working on back in the late 80s and gave it to me when I was early in collecting cards, and it was like the oldest card I had. I thought it was so cool. So now I'm grabbing some autographed copies of it. Very cool. He finished second in the batting title 1 year. Almost got a batting title. 56 Dale Long. 55 Dale Long from the McAllister collection. Beautiful vintage red auto. 55 card number 2. Teddy Ballgame. Big chunk out of the corner, but it's a real card. And a real clean, sharp, but creased 55 second year Aaron. Look at the presentation on that. Beautiful. A little beat up, but still a 2. 54 Jackie. 54 Duke signed. JSA slabbed. Another card I had as a kid, I always thought it was funny with the big ears, Johnny Clipstein, so I'm getting those signed. These were way too cheap back in the day. I should have grabbed a lot more of them. Feller autographed Playing Days cards. Beautiful card. Great auto. Just great presentation. And then from Uncle Paul's collection, we don't know where he got them, but that's a rookie Aaron with semi-sharp to sharp corners. Little bit of imperfections here and there, but really gorgeous presentation on it. Little problem on the back, glued into an album. But the way that they're fixing cards nowadays, I really think that that is probably fixable. So we got it right now. It's authentic. It's gorgeous, at least on the front. That's a 1.5. That's going away. We have a 53 Jackie with really nice presentation. Little crease on the bottom here, but there we are. 53 Jackie. I got that back when it was affordable. A 53 Musial Bowman color. Card's beat up. Not the best signature. He was starting to get on the older side, but still, it's a signed 53 Bowman color. Nice. Teddy Clue. Now Teddy Clue. Got a 53 Bowman color. Gorgeous gem mint 10 auto. Strong auto. And then we've got a 52 Topps Teddy Clue. Fantastic. Vintage auto VG3. A Sammy Baugh, Slingin' Sammy Baugh. PSA 5. Nice, clean 52 Bowman Small Sammy Baugh. A 52 Spawn in a 3. Looks better. We'll finish up with a real tough 49 Bowman SP Emo Vermin. 7.5. And that's it for the vintage stuff for this cool pile. Nice.